Ay, bueno, mi gente, this is Willie King. Stop the Menace, este en Stop the Menace Latino Show, 96.9 FM, 1340 AM, Hopewell, Virginia. Estamos aquí y nos faltan 10 minutos más para la entrevista que vamos a estar súper bien. Se puede ver aquí en Foxtrot Bravo, Facebook, para los que están ahí. Entonces también pueden chequear stopthemenacelatinoshow.com. You can hear us live there. And of course, if you're locally, 96.9 FM, 1340 AM. So it doesn't matter wherever you at, boom, you can listen in on the madness. We got a madness interview here about to come on soon. 10 minutos más. Aquí le voy a poner ya. Oye, ya puse Jay Ramos, ya puse Fernandito Rentas, Easy la enfermera de la salsa, Cristian Rey, puse Wiki González, entonces también Edwin El Cabito Rey, y ahora lo voy a poner a ustedes Chamaco Rivera, que es el último cantador que va a estar internacional, el baile internacional de los veteranos en Orlando, Florida, noviembre 9. La cosa va a estar caliente. Vayan a stopthemenacelatinoshow.com to get your tickets. And I'm gonna tell you something, you might be late because the tickets, I understand from what I've heard from my research, que los tickets ya están, mi gente. But anyway, check. You never know. En Orlando, Florida, nos vemos on International Drive. Vamos a seguir aquí con Chamaco Rivera.
Salsa, prendí un habano, todos bailaban con sabrosura y en el centro del barrio una mulata dando cintura, claro que sí. Pieza brutal y bella, como ninguna, me tiene preso en su cadencia, oye, y su sabrosura. Qué bonita se ve bailando, me pregunto de dónde será. ¿De dónde será? Donde sea, qué rico bailar, lo hace con ganas. Oye, como dice el canario, cachimbo, mami, cachimbo. Díselo. Chamaco Rivera anda suelto, ¿sabe? Anda sueltecito. Dice: baila esa mulata con sabrosura. Es que ella se ve sabrosa cuando mueve su cintura, caramba. Baila esa mulata con sabrosura. No se sabe si es de Colombia, Puerto Rico o es de Cuba. Su figura. Tongonéate, mami, tongonéate. ¿Ah? Que vivan las mujeres salseras, las mujeres latinas. Uy. Cálmate, nena, cálmate, nena. Deja la cintura tranquila. Ven gozando. Cambio de ritmo, ¿sabe? A caballo, baby, a caballo. ¡Huepa! Pura cadera que tiene la cintura. Qué rico baila esa potra, lo mueve con sabrosura. ¡Huepa! Pura cadera que tiene la cintura. Esa boricua me tiene loco. Loco, 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 loco. Pura cadera que tiene la cintura. Se formó la rumba, esta salsa está bien dura. Candela en la cintura. Dale candela, mami, dale candela. Candela en la cintura.
quiera que yo esté. No me puedo acostumbrar al saber que la perdí, ni al vacío de mi almohada. No podré seguir así. Tú que sabes dónde está, ve con ella y cuéntale que estoy más que arrepentido y que jamás te olvidaré. Tú convéncela por mí, dile que no puedo más, que sigo preso de su piel. Yo sé que a ti te escuchará. Dile que en mi corazón nadie ocupa su lugar, que si no está no sé vivir, ese dolor me matará. Dile que me equivoqué, que he pagado ya mi error, que no como, que no duermo, que no tengo salvación, que en un solo instante ya puedo estar sin su calor, que me quite esta condena o que regrese por favor. Tú convéncela por mí, dile que no puedo más, que sigo preso de su piel. Yo sé que a ti te escuchará. Dile que mi corazón nadie ocupa su lugar, que si no está no sé vivir, este dolor me va a matar.
Tú convéncela por mí, dile que no puedo más.
Es que tú no entiendes, cariño, que si no estás conmigo, la vida no tiene sentido.
Convéncela por mí, dile que no puedo más.
Dile que me equivoqué, que he pagado ya mi error y que regrese, por favor. Oye, mi amor, te lo dice Juanca con mucho sabor.
Convéncela por mí, dile que no puedo más.
Hoy nada es igual, sin su amor no sé qué haré, sin ella me moriré.
Convéncela por mí, dile que no puedo más.
Sé que a ti te escuchará, tú convéncela por mí, que yo sin ella no puedo vivir.
You are listening to 96.9 FM, 1340 AM, The Point, Hopewell, Virginia. Bueno, mi gente, this is Willie King. Stop the Menace Tremenda en Stop the Menace Latino Show. 96.9 FM, 1340 AM, The Point, Hopewell, Virginia. Y aquí tenemos una entrevista que va a estar súper, súper caliente. La cosa va a estar. So get ready. Go get your water. Whatever it is that you're drinking, because I know you gotta start stretching because that salsa that we just played is madness. So get yourself ready because it's gonna be a madness conversation here. Like I said, every Saturday de 3 a 5 la cosa se pone caliente. And it Stop the Madness, and the madness never stops. So let's turn on the mic. Y le vamos, go ahead, give me a mic. You could bring the mic up. Bring the mic up and let's do a voice check. Go ahead. It doesn't.
Hola.
All right. Next.
Hola.
All right. So before I get started, let's introduce who you are, and because Yesara. I said it right?
Sí.
Yesara, what? Stop the madness. Listen, that is pretty cool. First time. All right. I'll pat myself in the back on that one. Yeah. All right. So we got Yesara and Doris. Okay, so they here. We're going to have a conversation about what's going on in Petersburg, how it's going to go down in Petersburg with the Vote Yes, the casino resort. Let me tell you something. I saw the pictures of that and Stop the Madness. I was like, man, that is going to be and it's good for the community. All right, so Yesara, let's talk about you first. Let's see. Tell us who you are and what brings you out here to Petersburg, Virginia.
Absolutely. So, oye, muchas gracias. Thank you for having me here today. I kept telling my friends, stop the madness. Like, what do you mean? I said, you will see. But as you said, I'm Yescara, and I am the campaign manager of Vote Yes Live Casino Resort in Petersburg. And so what brings me here is I'm a Virginia State University graduate, but we're working on a big project here.
Wow, stop the madness. Okay, so what kind of big project are we talking about?
Yeah, so the project that we're working on here is actually a live casino resort and hotel.
Okay.
That will be based off of successful in November because it's on the ballot. This is the referendum port. We're in part 4, right?
Okay, yep.
And so it's going to be off 95 if the voters of Petersburg decide that they want this in the city.
Okay.
And it's going to be 92 acres.
Wow.
And so
yeah,
with
that's huge.
It's huge, William. It's
Wow.
extremely
Stop the madness.
grande. Stop the madness, right?
Wow.
And so it's muy importante. It's very important that everyone is paying attention in Petersburg because this is going to be extremely life changing.
Oh, I can imagine. We're talking about what it's supposedly reported 7,500 new jobs, 70,000 in wages and benefits.
Yes.
Listen,
Annually.
I love Petersburg. I love it. And matter of fact, speaking of Petersburg, we're going to be there October 25th at the Trapezium Brewing Company in Petersburg, Virginia, kicking off at 6 o'clock for some salsa madness. So, para que sepan que la cosa va a estar super caliente. Anyway,
Listo.
listen, I love Petersburg. I love the restaurants there. The old brick road. When we first got there, when I started looking around, and I went with my wife, we were like, "Wow, it feels like we're in Germany," because of the brick road and stuff, like the cobblestones and stuff like that. Is madness. All right, so let's go back and let's go introduce yourself.
Mi nombre es Doris.
Dori, ¿de dónde tú eres?
Pues soy de
Un poquito, séquete un poquito del micrófono.
soy de Nueva York,
¿Y de qué parte de Nueva York?
Queens.
Ay, Queens, la Queen. Stop the madness.
Y me criaron pues en mi país, El Salvador.
Okay, so de El Salvador.
Sí. Y luego ya tengo acá 5 años en Petersburg.
5 años. So, viniste de allá para acá. ¿Y qué te hizo venir para acá, para Petersburg?
Pues honestamente fue un cambio drástico porque
Yeah,
en
yeah.
realidad me vine de Houston.
Okay.
Veníamos buscando trabajo, no sabíamos que era Petersburg.
Stop the
Estábamos
madness.
a ciegas.
Eye opener.
Sí, venimos
Wow.
a ciegas acá y nos ha gustado.
¿Y cómo te gusta Petersburg?
Me encanta.
La ciudad está...
Está bonito.
Yeah.
Tenemos todo lo que necesitamos acá.
Right.
Ahora vamos a tener más.
Pues claro, sí. Oh, forget about it. Forget
Vamos a
about
tener
it.
mucho más ahora.
Bueno, I'll introduce your photographer, but we'll keep him busy. We'll keep him busy.
Shout out to Josh.
Josh.
Bueno,
And
vamos.
listen, and to all those that are listening, know that I love Josh Wine. That's not him. All right. I just want to let you know this is Josh. His name is Josh, but I love Josh Wine. Stop the madness. All right. So let's go deep dive into this. Because like I said, 2.8 economy stimulants that will help the Petersburg community. That is mind blowing. So a little bit about what Damari, ¿verdad? Doris, what is it that you do?
Soy voluntaria.
Poquito
Soy voluntaria.
Ok.
Andamos pasando las encuestas para ver quién va a votar.
Okay.
Vamos de puerta en puerta, hablamos por teléfono, les explicamos lo que estamos haciendo y las oportunidades que tenemos.
Entonces, lo que me está diciendo es que en Petersburg, la comunidad, hay muchos latinos ahí.
Sí.
Oh, nice. Hay que saber eso porque...
Hay un poquito de todo.
Sí.
Ahora que ando en esto me he
Sí.
dado cuenta que es mucho más de lo que yo pensaba, teniendo ya 4 años acá.
Interesante.
Me he dado cuenta de nuevas comunidades que hay que yo no conocía.
Ujú.
Lo bonito que es.
Para mí lo bonito es la
Bien
comida.
bonito.
La comida.
La comida.
Stop the madness. I love
No
food.
hablemos de la
And I'm
comida.
getting hungry right now.
Sí, mira, yo tengo mucho hambre.
All right, so what led you to this job, and what is the excitement and responsibilities?
Yeah, absolutely. So this job in particular, and todos and everything that I
Okay.
do, I love helping people, right?
All right.
And so Doris is very similar to me because that's why she's serving me right now. She does
All right.
everything in the helping people get the vote. But I want to ensure that people know what is on the ballot for this November. As I stated before, I went to Virginia State University, so Petersburg will always be a home for me. I was the queen there, 90th Miss Virginia State,
la
Reina.
queen, la queen. Te voy a poner la canción de la Ivy Queen. Stop the madness.
And so I really enjoyed my time there. I got to work in the community and to help others. But for the referendum that's on the ballot in particular, I really wanted to tell people this can help your life. This can change your life. And I consider Petersburg a hidden gem because it's so small and it's so intimate, but it's so historic. It's a lot of talent there. And most people that live there, they drive outside the city to make, to make a living.
And the cost, especially with fuel and then going outside. And I don't know about the state of Virginia, but I don't know where, if you live in Petersburg and you're working in Richmond, do you get double tax for that? I know, like, if from New Jersey, I'm from New Jersey, and I know if I was working here, if I was in residence here, right, and I would still have my residency in New Jersey, I get taxed double. New Jersey tax and Virginia tax. So that's and I know in the county, the Chesterfield County, the taxes are ridiculously. I'm gonna tell you, they're ridiculously. So hopefully, Abigail Spanberger, when she becomes governor and she wins the seat of governor in 2025, we hope that she could kind of hopefully work that issue out. Yeah. So for the community in Petersburg, I mean, at a percentage, how important is this for them to strive to get this thing going?
Yeah, I mean, William, this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, right? This happened, it was on the ballot in Richmond twice.
Yeah.
And so being in Petersburg, right, we would make history with this over, $1.4 billion in revenue, creating thousands of jobs, as we talked about.
Yeah.
Some of them construction, others with the wages, right, and permanent jobs in Petersburg. But the percentage that we're using for these dollars amount within the first 10 years is only a percentage of what the city has budgeted out for them right now. So it really will change the dynamic in living.
It will. And I'm gonna tell you, my wife and I, she's a veteran, 20-year veteran.
Thank you all for your service.
In the Air Force. Yeah, I don't know what they do in the Air Force, but anyway, I have to say that because we always mess around with the Air Force, and so she was doing a project for VCU. She's a VCU student, so we were doing a photography project she had to do, and we walked around the community in Petersburg. And a lot of the community in one side of the of Petersburg is they need some serious help there with the communities with building reconstructions in those communities. And one of the ladies that as Joe Vega, as she was walking around taking pictures because it was one of her projects, the lady was like, what are you guys doing? So she explained, she gave her a card, she explained what she was doing. She's like, listen, we need help here. By you doing that, you are getting the word out on how we are here in the city of Petersburg, which if this, we hoping that, and we'll pray that this continues on and this moves forward. So when it comes to election day, and only Petersburg could vote for this.
Yes, only Petersburg can vote for this.
Only Petersburg could vote for this. Entonces, para la comunidad latina, ¿cuál es la importancia para ellos con esto? Porque yo me imagino, porque una de las cosas con la comunidad latina en el negocio de la construcción, que todos los lugares aquí son todos latinos, y te lo digo porque yo he visto. ¿Qué importante viene siendo para los latinos?
La ventaja de este proyecto es que todo va a ser... todos los residentes de Petersburg van a ser los que van a ser primero contratados.
Sí.
Todo va a ser primero en Petersburg. Sí.
So the contract, when the contract is Petersburg community
First.
that's gonna impact first,
Sí.
and that's very important, very important. Stop the madness. And it's funny because this morning I was sitting at the barbershop in Chester, and the Tony is one of the guys that cuts hair there. He's from Petersburg, and I asked him, hey, what's your mindset on this? I want to know, because I want to pick your brain on how do you feel about this happening in Petersburg. He said, look, listen to me. Look, if this needs to happen, he goes, he's from Petersburg. He's like, this will help our community big times. And I'm talking about in the barbershop. We had the conversation, and people there that not from Petersburg, but they were saying, look, this is very important for Petersburg. We're talking about down to the meaty working people sitting down, having I got my nice, every time I go in there like 60 and I come out like I'm 20. And the conversation was with those people there, with those workers there, that's very important for the community of Petersburg. And I can't stress it enough. That's why I love having conversations with people. What is your take on that?
Yeah, I agree 100%. Kind of what we talked about earlier, William, right? Like, this is important for the people of Petersburg, but this is the type of economic investment that's needed to improve the infrastructure, to improve the schools, to improve the city budget, so that way we can give more, right? And so if you look around, Petersburg was once thriving, right? A long time ago.
I heard that.
Yes,
Yes.
Petersburg was thriving, was up and
Yes.
coming, right? And then it went downhill. So it's like we're on that slippery slope where it's like, this piece of hope that's on the ballot, right, for November, that's on the ballot is literally life changing, right? And if this project is not successful, Petersburg, we're in a tough bind. But I'm happy to share that we've been receiving a lot of positive feedback.
Okay.
Most of the citizens that are there, they know about what's at stake. Doris, pero me encanta, I love her. She's the best, and
Yeah.
she's one of the staffers that's on the ground informing people about the vote. But
So-
this has to happen in Petersburg.
So what are the challenges that you're facing?
So right now, honestly, William, every campaign faces its challenges.
Of course.
And for us, we really don't have challenges that are barriers, right? But if I had to state something that was a challenge early in an early stage, it was misinformation. A lot of people were hearing false information about what the referendum would bring. And so what we were able to do was go out and say, I know this is what you're hearing, but this is actually what the referendum will do for the community. So that was a challenge that we had.
And and to hit on that, which is why with the November election coming up, if we continue on listening to, I gotta tell everybody, do your homework.
Yes.
Go out and do your homework. You got the World Wide Web.
¿Verdad? Yeah.
Do your homework. Don't think about who, how, and when you're gonna vote.
Correcto.
It's very important. And
muy importante.
the biggest thing about putting that in Petersburg, and because Petersburg is only like 2 hours from North Carolina,
Yes,
or
right down the
less,
street.
depending
on what part.
depending on
Depende.
80 or 95, and depending where you live at. And the traffic that goes from south to north and north to south through there, can you just imagine the people that have a rest stop to go there and rest, relax, enjoy, entertain, maybe listen to some salsa, dance to some salsa, some merengue, some bachata, and all the entertainment that's going to go there, bringing so much attention to Petersburg. Petersburg has some good restaurants.
Yes.
They have amazing restaurants. And it's important that we got to let the people know globally, and not only in the state or in other states, globally, that hey, this is coming and we would love to have this in Petersburg.
Yeah.
I think that would be a madhouse.
And I wanna touch on that one.
Go ahead.
Very good point, right? So Petersburg, it's only about 30, roughly 20 something miles. We have a population of 32,000, 24,000 registered voters. And so we are right where the building would be, the project would be. It's 92 acres off Wagner and 95 Road. A lot of people say where the Sheetz and Dunkin' Donuts is, right in there on that side.
Yeah.
And I always make a little joke. They say America runs on Dunkin', and I never get a chance to see it.
Stop the madness.
Stop the madness. But it's like coming from there are 5 major highways that come into Petersburg,
Yes,
right?
they do.
460, 85, 95. That's coming right off the highway. Do you know how much tourism that would bring to the city of Petersburg? And then that would also have more people come and say, what else does Petersburg have, right? Downtown, a lot of good restaurants. It's really a historical place.
It is very historical, and the other good thing is that you got the military installation there.
Yes,
Fort Greg
Adams,
right? Huge. I mean, the place has grown big times, right? And then to have a place where now our men and women in uniform who serve their country can have a place to go entertain, not too far.
Not too far.
You know what I'm saying? And I do believe when this kicks off and the amount of money that the city is gonna get to fix the facilities, because look, I'm telling you, Chester and Chesterfield County, the apartments are going up like hotcakes. I mean, I've lived here, and we got here in 2019, and amazing how the community is growing so big.
Yes.
Now, with this coming to Petersburg, the money revenue that's going into Petersburg, can you just imagine those houses that we took pictures of being developed, being grown,
Yes.
and everybody coming down to, because Petersburg is very historical place.
Mhm.
We love Petersburg. I love Petersburg. Vamos a seguir por ahí para abajo. So, you know, what is again one of the biggest benefits that that the community could really look forward to, and how can we get the word out?
Absolutely. You know, the biggest thing, one, I'm going to talk about getting the word out last, but the benefits of the community are the jobs, right? You're going to be able to live in Petersburg and have a job in Petersburg.
Got it.
It is our priority to put Petersburg citizens first. The project is for the community of Petersburg. We want them to have first priority at the jobs, right? In addition to that, we do training. We make sure everyone is well equipped, right? And then also, with that being said, we want to make sure that we're partnering with local businesses and minority businesses at that. That is something that is extremely important to us. If you all look at the Cordish companies and Bruce Smith Enterprises, there's a track record for building up in urban developments.
It is.
Yes, and this is the same thing. This project is no different.
And look, the vote is important.
Yes.
The vote is important.
Yes.
So how can we get the word out? How is it your campaign and your organization is pushing to get this information out there?
So there are a few different ways. The first thing that you can do is visit voteyespetersburg.com. You can go to our website. We have all information there. If y'all want to visit us in person, we're on 2 North Sycamore Street, which is, you know, that's our hometown. That's our headquarters for the campaign.
Yeah.
So please come on by, come visit us. We have T-shirts, we have backpacks, you name it, we have it, and refreshments, right? Amigos, I love it. You gotta have it. Yo tengo comida, ¿verdad? Like I have it.
Stop the madness. Stop the madness.
So we have everything.
I'm getting hungry. Stop talking about
Okay,
food.
lo siento, lo siento, voy a
Stop the
morir.
madness.
But we have it all. Come and visit us. Another way that we're getting word out is we're going directly to the voters. We have
Okay.
people like Doris, like I said, my favorite, I love her. But Doris, she's going knocking on doors, she's making phone calls, and we have a lovely staff as well. Over 170 people that work with us that are knocking on doors. They're making phone calls, doing direct voters. We have people that are at the polls that are open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. handing out sample ballots to get out the word. Out of the roughly 24,000 registered
Yeah.
voters in Petersburg, we've already reached out to 14,000 of them.
And how many are registered?
24,000.
Okay, we're halfway there.
Yes.
We're halfway there.
Yes. And the other 10,000, we have today is a big canvassing day, so we have our
Stop the
team out
madness.
reaching out to the other 10,000 of those.
Okay, so if people cannot, are you guys putting something together, or is the city going to put something together for people who don't have? Because remember, we got a lot of people who are elderly, right? So is there some kind of program to support them transportation wise?
So that's actually conversations that we've been having that we're working on. We
Very
want to ensure
important.
that people have rides to the polls
Right.
on those big days. For those of the people that do not know, there are 2 Saturdays in which you can early vote. That is October 26th, and that is November 2nd. You can
Okay.
go to the registrar's office, which is located on 229 North Market Street.
Okay.
And we want to have rides to the polls for those days and on the last day, which is for Election Day. So we're
Nice.
working on that.
That's what's up. There's a lot of things going on in Petersburg. I love going to the Petersburg Area Art League, the
Yes,
PAL.
the PAL,
I
uh-huh.
love
Ken
going
Hawkins,
there.
he's
Oh
great.
man, I love going. And the other places that I enjoy going is Capicu. It's right down Sycamore. You know where Capicu is at?
I haven't been yet. Are you teaching me something new today?
Listen, Capicu, it's a performance
Yes, yes.
arts center, right? And it's a little place where you could feel like you are actually, it's a Latino African environment. And it's madness. I'm telling you, she always has something going on. Yvette always has something going on there on Fridays for the community.
Oh, Friday.
And listen,
Friday.
it'd be a pretty good place to also market those individuals that go there, which you're elderly that go there. Very important to go there because you got Afro Latinos that are going to that event. So Capicu will be a nice place to go and hang out and see what's going on and communicate and talk to the
Guess
people
we're
down
going
there.
on Friday.
Yo, stop the madness.
Yo tengo una pregunta porque estoy
Dale.
Yo tengo una pregunta porque yo también estoy aprendiendo mucho. Esta es mi primera vez y para votar se puede hacer por correo también.
Sí.
Mail, right?
Sí.
To vote, yeah.
Sí, se puede por correo.
Juntos.
Yeah. So, all right. So now we got this. Let's go to the Queen. I want to know where. Okay, so we kind of got a lot of the stuff covered. We got 10 more minutes left, and now we got this madness out the way. We got
the
the
madness.
vote vote yes. So what is one of the places that people could go to vote?
Yes, so thankfully in Petersburg, we only have one early voting location,
Okay.
which is the registrar's office located on 229 North Market Street.
Okay.
So if they want to go there Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., they can go.
And verify your registration.
That's right. You want to go. If anyone has questions about the registration, we can help you in the office, or you can actually go to iwillvote.com.
And how
you
can they
check
get a
the
hold of you?
registration. Call me.
What?
Yeah, man.
Call me. That's why I don't sing.
Hey.
I don't sing. Stop the madness. I don't stop the madness.
Look, you all can reach me on our office number, or you can go to you can go to voteyespetersburg.com. My number is right there.
Nice. Okay. So, all right. So now let's talk about being the queen of Virginia State, right?
Yes.
And give me a Stop the Madness episode that you've had, that you experienced as the queen of, so what's the title?
Yeah, Miss Virginia State University.
Miss Virginia State University.
The 90th.
Stop the Madness. So give me a Stop the Madness episode that you like, wow, I can't believe this. And you could just stop the madness. Give me, prepárate que por ahí viene también contigo. Oh, tú tienes que, sí, no. Stop the madness.
Ay, cuídate.
Ay, por favor.
Okay, mi reina.
Stop the madness.
So at Virginia State University, I got to serve as the 90th Miss Virginia State University. We had a lovely time, and it's all about leadership, poise, elegance, and grace.
Oh.
And so when you go out, you are the representation of your university.
Right.
We were tasked with helping the community, hosting events. We did mentorship. We did a little bit of everything. But we also, aside from our pageants that we competed in, we would go to the football field. So we had our homecoming, which Virginia State just had. Hale State, shout out to the home of the orange and blue, land of Troy. We had homecoming, and so we always have to be on time. Muy importante. You have to be on time, right? And you were in the service, so you know to be early is to be on time.
Trust me,
Tú
I know
sabes,
about
¿verdad?
that. Yes, I
do. So we had to be on time, and one of the members in the court, they were running late, and they were having a wardrobe malfunction. Okay. Long story short, I look at my clock and I said, we have to go. And she said, ya voy. I said, no, ahora, we need to go right now. And so she comes out and I see her attire and I'm like, you can't. I said, we have to try again. So she tries again. She gets it together and we go out. And by the time I look at it, it's halftime. So my advisor gets a golf course. He said, if you're going to be late, we're going to have an entrance. He said, get on this golf course. And I was thinking, now stop the madness. You know what I mean?
Wow, what a major entrance, huh?
Yeah. He puts us on the golf course and he comes speeding, the queen, la reina aquí. And I said, ay, espérate, por favor. I said, no. And everybody is cheering. I'm embarrassed. I said, I cannot do this. And then, después, I stepped in dirt. So my orange shoes, mis zapatos, basura. My pretty orange shoes, no more. They're now brown. They look
you didn't throw them away, did you?
I had to.
Why? You go to the car wash and just wash them off.
Stop the madness.
Stop the madness. Just walk to the car wash and be all right. Stop the madness. That's pretty cool. So, I mean, what led you to run for that? What was it that let you? What was it that you was trying to get out of if you got elected as the queen?
Yeah, so something that was my platform actually was Fight to SOS. So to fearlessly inspire others to go higher together through service over self. And so something that I was taught by my parents is that you want to be a contributing member of society. And so when I saw that role for Miss Virginia State University, the queen that was there during my freshman year, I just seen the impact that she had. And I said, I want to be able to do that for my student body. A lot of times when people seen what was called the royal court, when you're the queen, they just look at the outward appearance, right? But I'm looking at the heart and I'm looking at the community. And so my goal was to ensure that we were one accord together, we're helping each other, but that you all are able to put service, right? Because it's like the children, right? The children of tomorrow. If you're not pouring into them,
you're absolutely right.
How are they going to be successful? And then they're the ones that are going to be here when we're long gone. So my goal was to put service over self. I wanted to be in leadership so that I can make effective change. And I'm just thankful till this day that people still remember and know who I am. And they said, your reign has positively impacted me and I'll never forget.
You know what I see? I see a future candidate. I'm just if anybody heard you here They're like, oh man, are you running for office?
I'm campaigning. I'm the
Yo,
soy la de
stop the
campaña,
man-
¿verdad?
stop the man- uno nunca sabe. You never know, you know. Stop
Okay.
the madness. And you heard it here first on Stop the Madness Latino Show. 96.
Primero aquí, ¿verdad?
Stop the madness. Okay, so dime, tú tienes que tener algo in dame Union City, from Union City, because you lived in Union City. Give me I know there's a lot of Stop the Madness episodes in Union City, New Jersey. I'm from Jersey City, and you know, I grew up around there, so yo sé mucho de lo de Union City o de Nueva York. Dame algo que puede decir, Stop the Madness. No puedo creer que esto me pasó.
No tengo nada, honestamente.
¿Cómo que no tiene nada?
No tengo nada. Pasaba muy ocupada trabajando. Lo único que yo iba de Union City a Brooklyn y una vez me dejó el bus. Es lo único.
Pero
Porque se toman los busitos pequeñitos.
sí,
para
sí, los
regresar.
chiquitos,
me
sí.
dejó.
Y te dejaron.
Me dejaron.
No, pero ¿dónde te dejó?
Pues me dejó, no había bus para regresarme.
¿Y cómo tú regresaste para
Pues
atrás?
tengo familia en Nueva York, me tocó quedarme ahí.
Yo, stop the bait. You see? you see, everybody always has a Stop the Madness episode, regardless how it is. It's Stop the
Tú
Madness.
sabes lo llenos que son esos trenes en la tarde.
Listen, I know. Because let me tell you something. Una de las cosas que me encanta hacer, yo cuando voy a visitar a los padres míos en Jersey City, me gusta coger el tren. Yo no guío, me tren, un vinito, aquí, a little wine here, a little wine there. And they don't have Josh, so I don't know why they don't have Josh wine. Anyway, yeah, no, that Josh is right. Pero cuando yo voy a New Jersey y llego a New Jersey y me pongo, y cojo el tren, the subway, packed. Cojo el bus, el packed. I'm like, yo, coño, la gente, que hay mucha gente allá.
La última vez que yo fui a Nueva York y dije, yo no vuelvo aquí. Por lo menos no manejando.
Oh,
2
no.
horas.
Yeah.
2 horas solo para cruzar el túnel.
Por eso yo prefiero coger el public transportation que guiando.
O volar.
Oh, no, volar, no. There's too much crazy people playing. I'm just saying it's true. What I've been with all the videos that I'm seeing, everybody's got an attitude problem. Forget about it. No, I don't need that.
La ansiedad.
So listen, so how can, all right, so let's get back. So how can people, once again, get a hold of you, get communication, and what is it that they need to be looking for when they go to the ballot boxes?
Yes, so please visit voteYesPetersburg.com. But what you need to be looking for is citizens of Petersburg or Petersburg voters. When you get your ballot, look for the very last question. Our question is the very last. It's going to ask you about gaming, and you have the option to vote yes or no, and we want you to vote C. But you can get a hold of us by stopping by our office at 2 North Sycamore Street. We're there Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on some Saturdays. So please come by and visit us. We have camisas, we have backpacks, we have food. I told you I like
told you about the food.
Yo tengo comida. Like, we have everything. So please come and visit us. But it's going to be the last question in the ballot.
Entonces, ¿cómo en español?
Como Yoscara dijo, solo para recalcar, vamos a Vote Yes Petersburg. O nos pueden visitar en 2 Norte Sycamore.
Okay, all right. Entonces, but very important that we make sure that when that you check your registration.
That's right.
Very important before you get there, and then also bring your identification, ID, driver's license or passport.
Yes.
Very, very important, because we don't want people that have to go there to vote and then get turned back, because then because people want to stop you from voting.
And that's the thing, William, Virginia used to be one of the second hardest states to vote in.
Oh.
And so with all of the new legislation that has passed, it's actually helped to ease the barrier,
Yeah.
right? We have 45 days of absentee voting with no excuse. In previous years, it was 2 weeks and you had to have an excuse, one of 13 excuses. I remember because I used option 2. And that was because I always had to work an election day, previously working, and so we also used to have to do a witness signature if you voted by mail. We don't have that anymore. So the barrier has eased. And one thing that I love how you always tell people to bring your ID, because it is important. You do need it. But there is actually something called an ID confirmation statement. So in the event that you're running late and you go to the polls and you don't have your ID, you can sign an affidavit. It's called an ID confirmation statement attesting to who you are, and you will be able to vote that day.
That's
It's huge.
Yeah, that's huge, but that's challenging.
Because
this is why I say this, because you don't know who's at the other end of that. You know what I'm saying? Because if people want to stop you from voting, that's one of the things that could turn around and say, hey, yeah, I understand, yay. You know what I'm saying? Those little things we have, although it's good there, is there for our community, but like I mentioned earlier today on my show, you know, people has died to prevent you from voting, and people has also died to ensure that you have your vote.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Both
so
ways.
there are people out there that could take that opportunity and say, well, we don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important. ID. It's identification. You need although they got that, but identification is going to help you because there's too much bad rumors going around.
Absolutely.
And we need every American out there to vote. If you're over
All of them.
18
Yes.
and you're an American citizen, you have to vote.
That's right. And we need for our folks that are not 18, that are 17, they can pre-register to vote.
Look at
so
that.
So if you're 17 years old and by the time the November 5th election rolls around,
There you go.
can pre-register. We want everyone to do their civic duty and cast your ballot. We need those votes.
Well, once again, how can people communicate you through your phone and websites? And do you have an email?
I do have an email. It's jeffersonj@livechva.com. They can reach me there for email. They can call me 202-446-7178, or you can visit us on 2 North Sycamore Street.
And let me tell you something. While you're at Sycamore, there's a good restaurants on up and down that road. I'm gonna tell you something. I love Petersburg, and I'm getting hungry. I don't know what's going on. Well, no, listen. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm glad you guys are here. Definitely had an amazing opportunity to get the word out to vote. And vote live casino. This casino is gonna help the community in Petersburg.
Yes.
And I can tell you that you know, one side is nice, but the other side, we need a lot of help over there. And we need our government officials to understand that, hey, we have to build the community to withstand what it was before. Because I heard a lot of good things about Petersburg.
Yes, and we're thankful that the leadership there, they're extremely helpful. They know what this means to the city.
Yeah.
So they have been
very
amazing.
important. And we got a lot of veterans down there too.
Yes.
A lot. There's a veteran post over there. I forgot what the post number is, but the veterans are kicking it up over there. So we need to make sure that we get our vote out there. And we need to vote. We need to vote November. Very important.
Yeah, November 5th is election day. Polls are
Very
open from
important.
6 a.m. up until 7
Very
p.m.
important. No matter what, I don't care what your party is, who you belong to. All right, but do your homework.
Do your homework.
Do your homework.
Yeah.
Hay que hacer tu información, buscar la información, a ver quién es que tú vas a votar, porque, oye, mi gente, nosotros somos latinos y la cosa está mala. Just saying.
Un chiste, ¿verdad?
Stop the madness. Well, listen, thank you so much for this opportunity. You ladies have a good one. And take care. And you wanna give a shout out to anybody out there? Anybody shout out? Come on,
Okay, I got to shout out my parents. They're the best thing that ever happened to me. I shout out my guy Dom,
yes.
and I got to shout out Doris because she's always there when I need her. And everyone that we work with, you are doing an amazing job, and we're looking forward to November. And William, stop the madness.
The madness never stops. The madness never stops. Well, listen, I did not know both of you were coming, okay? But I have a Stop the Madness Latino mug, okay?
Oh.
So I have one. I'm gonna give you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop by the office, okay, this next week, and I'm gonna bring you a Stop the Madness mug también, okay?
Thank you.
Because those a la orden. Everybody that gets interviewed here in the Stop the Madness Latino show gets a Stop the Madness mug. So what I'm gonna do, you gotta right here. Let me show you, porque that's secure. No, down at the bottom.
Okay.
Aquí, abre ahí. Abre ahí. Surprise. Stop the madness ahí. So, cuando está en tu oficina comiendo tu cafecito o tu vinito o lo que sea lo que está bebiendo.
Cerveza también.
También. Si quiere meterle cerveza allá usted. Stop the madness. Bueno, mi gente, this is Willie King. Stop the madness se termina en Stop the Madness Latino Show. 96.9 FM, 1340 AM. The Point, Hopewell, Virginia. Vamos a seguir aquí con mi homeboy Viti Ruiz.